she's never danced before. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. I ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to what very well could be the final match of the Redbull ECL Season 2 Grand Finals. It's LGD China versus RNG Sports. The first time RNG Sports has been at a major LAN Finals in China to date, as far as I'm aware, and well, it ain't looking too good right now. They trail 0-2 in the best of 5. LGD China one game away from taking the series. I'm LDF on the Summit. I'm joined here today by Merlini.
It's been a pretty good series thus far. Orange trying to try some new stuff out, Razor versus Lifestealer, and just some different picks here and there, but their playstyle is lacking, and LGD has just been on the ball with the picks, with the draft, with their movement and execution. Everything's just been near flawless on LGD's part, and it looks like they're going back to their tried and true strat of Alchemist. They love Alchemist.
They love Alchemist. They love Yao on the mag.
They love Magnus.
And I like the fact that Xiao 8 has not been too egotistical to just give away the mag, because we saw for a while he kept on playing it, and his mag just isn't that great. It's not ungodly awful, but it's not that great. Yao's mag is great, and we've seen Xiao 8 assuming the role of the Nature's Prophet a lot, which is in the pool this game. Oftentimes they'll pair it with the Yao mag. The Yao mag helps them defend and hold on to the territory. The Xiao 8 Prophet helps them push and helps them just stall the game while Sylar gets huge.
Yeah, I think Xiao 8's much better at the mid-profit, the int heroes. Magnus is, yeah, it's eh.
It's eh.
His Beastmaster's decent.
He's better at, I think he's better at those heroes where you don't need that one perfect ability, but it's more just like, are you in the right place at the right time?
Right, he's much more, his position is, and like, macro decision-making is very good, but in fight, like hitting 3 or 4 hero RPs at the right time is not his forte. Right.
For RNG Sports, they've gone for the Ohio Windrunner, I assume. It could be a Mushi mid Windrunner. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I just want to see RNG Sports go back to the basics. Get Mushi a strong, hard-to-kill, snowballing solo, put a mid. You're up against a Magnus. That's a hero that Mushi could dominate. With Windrunner, with TA, with Queen of Pain, with any of his many pool of aggressive solo mids, OD's the one that's banned. And play Orange Esports Dota. Stop trying to beat LGD Gaming at their own game. Stop trying to be cute. Just do what you're good at. Damn it.
Farm on Mushi. I do agree with you.
No, don't farm. Don't farm Mushi.
Mushi needs a mid hero. He needs a hard to kill one, not Shadow Fiend. And
not an offlane Razor who's abandoned to the offlane and then decides he can 1v4 the entire enemy team.
Yes. And just needs to stop getting caught out too, but I think he plays a hero like same hero, or he plays heroes like the same way every game.
Yeah, you could put him on Crystal Maiden.
I can 1v4 this.
Exact same thing. They'll go for a KYXY lone.
This is a way more standard draft from Orange.
Yeah, more standard. LGD Gaming. It is hard to push into this lineup though. There's Acid Spray and there's Mag. They actually go for a support that doesn't offer you much counter push directly. No AOE from Bane, but he has Enfeeble.
Well, Orange doesn't have too much counter push too, so they may be susceptible to Nature's Prophet's split push. And I mean, Xiao 8 just does a great job of putting a lot of pressure around the map, and LGD's just good at not making mistakes. The reason why they're so good at split pushing is because they rarely ever get caught. Split pushing gets heavily punished with like 2 or 3 man smoke ganks or vendetta ganks or whatever that may be.
You know, we're talking a lot about pushing. There's a Keeper of the Light in the pool.
Yeah, none of them are like, oh my gosh, they're going to push us down in 15, 20 minutes. So not like last game.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I bring that up is you really want to prevent the Alchemist from farming, and pushing his lane really hard is a good way to do that. So Orange could run a Windrunner mid, and then a Visage as their farmer in a tri-lane, and do a Keeper Light tri-lane, Lone Druid safe lane. I guess it doesn't give them that much late game. It's more of a risky kind of style, but it's an option.
It's an option. I think they need maybe more like team fight potential too. Looking at LGD, they have grip, they have the Blink GGRP, they have the Alchemist stun, and meanwhile Orange has what, Shackles to set up for team fights?
Reverse GG polarity.
Yeah, pretty much. And if Magnus has played as well as what was last game? Last game I think the Magnus played pretty well.
Yeah, that was Ohio's Magnus.
Yeah, Ohio's Magnus was pretty good.
Yeah, he had a lot of good RPs. The problem was just
the lineup,
the coordination, and the lineup. Yeah, that was that one fight where KYXY could have bought back immediately the first big RP, and
I thought that was going to be the turning point of the game.
And then later on, when they had the combo, it just didn't matter.
Wombo combo.
LGD Gaming, they are a little bit squishier than last game. Last game they had Lifestealer and Dragon Knight. This game, Alchemist low base armor, Magnus not an ultra tank, and then Prophet and Bane fairly squishy. So more potential for RNG Sports to find kills this game.
Yeah, but at the same time, do they really have enough disable to lock these heroes down? Like Magnus before he skewers.
All right. Okay,
oh, yeah.
Here we go.
That is awesome.
Skeleton King. They're on the dire side.
They had 1 second left on the reserve time, so...
Level 1 Roche. They're on the dire side. They could at least threaten for it.
That would be cool.
LGD don't have the strongest level 1 lineup. I mean, Prophet's not that good. Bane's a pretty crappy level 1 hero.
And they only have 2 melees, so the slam won't affect them that much. I think that's good. That's a good point.
Interesting.
Well, unfortunately, they don't have like a Witch Doctor heal, like a Dazzle, like a Lich for Frost Armor. Those are like really good for level 1 Roshian, but
maybe it's some mind games here. I mean, we've seen the Alliance, they'll pick a lineup they can Rosh. Doesn't mean they always do it, but they just bait the fact that they use the fact that they can do it to their advantage. And LGD, if they try to be too tentative here, like wait for a Treant to walk in and Orange is actually doing Rosh, maybe they'll be in trouble. I don't know. I'm throwing it out there. Aside from the Rosh possibility, why else would you go for Skeleton King? What does this hero offer?
He's good at surviving twice, which is, I mean, that's kind of obvious. But against a big ultimate like Magnus, you really want to be able to take a new, just have a new life. If they just focus everything on you, you just reincarnate. They don't have RP. They don't have grip. Whatever. You just go Rambo mode into them.
That is not the right overlay.
I don't know what's going on here, LD.
I tried to be flashy, but I hit the wrong hotkey or something. So we'll have to do it the simple way.
But LGD has just like a way better team fight lineup. They have the call down, they have the RP, they have the flak, they have the unstable concoction, and the acid spray. Their team fight is a lot better. So Orange, again, the pressure is on them for the early game to not get too far behind and not lose all their towers in 20 minutes like they have done in the past 2 games.
All right, guys, let's get into it. It's game 3 of a best-of-5. It's RNG Sports trailing 0-2 for the Redbull ECL Season 2 LAN Finals. Orange 1 loss away from finishing second. And make no mistake about it, there is an ocean of difference between first and second in this tournament. Forget about anything except for just the practical applications, or implications, I should say. It's $16,000 versus slightly over $3,000. It's a guaranteed berth to the year-end finals for the Red Bull tournament, compared to no guaranteed berth. And then on top of that, it's prestige, it's pride, and, well, it's just mental fortitude for RNG Sports. Can they bounce back? You and I were talking about during the break. They've been beaten and, I mean, I wouldn't quite say humiliated, but really punished by LGD. Can they fight back? We'll find out. Ohio on your offlane Windrunner. The mid lane, KYXY on his solo mid lane Druid. Net, your Shadow Demon. Extinct, the Visage. And Mushi on the Skeleton King. Well, this hero's more survivable, at least. On the side of LGD China, they did scout for the level 1 Rosh. It was not being attempted. Xiao 8, an old school throwback classic for him. He's been playing it more as of late. The offlane Nature's Prophet. He used this to incredible effect in the International 2 group stages when they went on that miraculous and just spectacular run, going undefeated all the way until the winner's bracket finals of the International 2. Yao, your solo mid mag. Nothing more to say there. Yao mag, pretty good. DD, support Alchemist. We'll have DDC on the Bane, and then last but not least, that leaves Sylar as your carry Gyro. So Ohio started with the Quelling Blade, and he's up to some shenanigans here, Merlidi.
Oh, yeah.
I saw him eating quite a few trees. Oof. Is he just looking to farm ancients?
Too bad they're ready for it with the Sentry Ward.
Gotcha,
Ohio.
So what do you do now? You bought this Quelling Blade.
Go jungle. You can do the thing where
Yeah,
the Queen
you
of
can
Pain
do
over
this.
here. You can cut these down. You can.
I'm surprised he didn't just start there. So if you cut all these trees down, I mean,
you cut all these trees down, and then you cut these trees down so you can gain vision of them, and you just right-click them, and they just keep walking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Okay.
And
so similar to the dire side then, where you're just over here.
Yes, but you have a high ground advantage, and you're, I think, a little bit safer too, just because it's almost impossible to go into here. Just because if you're over here, you see them. If you go over here, obviously there's a tower. So I think it's a little bit safer than the Radiant side. I'm not actually too sold on a Skeleton Peak. I think he's not a bad hero. He's a decent hero. The only problem is that if he runs out of mana, he doesn't have 2 lives, and Mushi is probably going to die a lot. So they have the Bane to Fiend's Grip him, which will drain some of his mana. They also have Nature's Prophet, who went Necronomicon last game, and Mana Burn is very, very effective versus Skeleton King.
They also have RP. They've got the cooldown slow. He's a melee carry. His team has good lockdown, but not the most reliable lockdown. Visage Familiar Stun's not super reliable. Needs some setup there. Entangle you can't count on. Shackle as well. Ohio has dewarded. He's deployed a Sentry Ward, and now he'll be able to stack and start, well, not stack, but start farming these Ancients. Unfortunately, he's only level 1. We're already 2 minutes in. As for Xiao 8, 2.5.
Yeah, Sylar is going to be scary. This is exactly what we saw from game 1. They're just like, hey, let's just give Sylar free farm on Gyrocopter. Oh, this bear taking a lot of damage.
You're on the bear. That's 300 gold if it goes down. I don't think it'll be enough. Yao, he's got another shockwave. Yes, it will.
Boom, 300 gold. That is
what
so
a
good.
play.
If he gets
What
that
a
regen
play.
room, wow. That is, yeah. I mean, you talk about Yao's mag, and he's already making plays even before RP.
Well, he ain't getting that regen rune. Here comes your smoke yank. LGD, early on, they know there's a Windrunner just farming Ancients. Lone Druid, very strong 1v1 mid. Rather weak against the ganks. We'll see a wraparound now. DDC leading the way. They won this game. They won game 1 easily with these kind of ganks. They'll deploy an Observer Ward, and KYXY will walk right into their trap. There's your sleep to start. They're prepping for a stun. DD channeling. It's going to be a long duration stun. Now the Acid Spray. No way out for KYXY. First blood.
And he doesn't have bear
LGD.
when he comes back.
No bear, and he gave his bear away.
So painful.
That's like nearly 1,000 gold deficit already.
Things are not going good for Orange.
It is 1,000 gold deficit
on
already.
the top lane, we have Xiao 8 in trouble.
Mushi, he's already activated the Mortal Strike for a bit of additional damage. Now you're stunned. Xiao 8 doing what he can. He'll go down. The new Mortal Strike gives Skeleton King a little more burst. He's slightly stronger in these early engagements. Can still be that equally good carry, of course, with the crit. If you're not familiar with how the ability works, I'll just hover over it for a while so you can read. But he has perceived a change. I think it makes him just a little more versatile, but he's still Skeleton King. He's not a top-tier carry in general.
He has 2 skills now. How to play.
So confusing.
How to play.
He's got 2 nukes now.
Well, and Reincarnation takes mana. I don't know if you can really count that as having a skill, but, well...
The good news is this skill has a pretty long cooldown, so you don't have to worry too much about your Mortal Strike. And you can also choose not to use it. I remember reading when the patch was released with the new Skeleton King changes. Some guy on Reddit was like, I completely forgot he was changed, and I didn't even use his active ability, the new one, the entire game. Doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
Well, Yao off to a very good start. KYXY forced to farm without his bear. That is a sad, sad Silver Bear. But he's still doing very, very well in terms of last hits. Only 2 last hits behind Magnus, and 6 more denies than Yao. 17-1 on Magnus.
Ohio, he's up to shenanigans now. So he'll do what you were pointing out. The creeps just keep on coming up and down. He keeps on farming them and can move south a bit to continue to draw the aggro. So I guess it's a little bit faster, but top lane. Here's a hasted net. No follow-up. No engagement yet. Ultimately, they have the Gyrocopter is out farming the enemy Skeleton King. They have a Lone Druid who's just even with Mag and fed away his bear and fed away a First Blood. And LGD have the clearly superior 5-man, the clearly superior late game. This is not good for Orange. They need to outmaneuver and just outplay LGD.
Nature's Prophet is still getting a lot more out of his lane. He's still 4.5, and Orange Ohio is 2.5. So this Ancient sacking is just slow. And Windrunner does not have good damage, even with Quelling Blade, even with the early Blades of Attack. She cannot farm that fast, and it'd be nice if she could get a little bit more XP out of the lane, but LGD China is doing a fantastic job of controlling the creep wave on bottom, using double pull so that Windrunner can't get extra experience at her tower.
We've actually seen Navi, I think, is the main team, at least that we've been casting lately, who did this. They did this at least 4 or 5 times in the Alienware Cup. But when they did it, they ran Puppy on...
Oh, Ned is coming around behind on Xiao 8. Is he going to die again? That is the question. This is the exact same thing that happened for Orange's first kill.
When when Navi was running the strat, they did it with just such good early movement from
Puppy.
Puppy.
It's the exact same space.
As well as Kuroki.
Poor Xiao 8.
Yeah, he's in trouble. He'll get picked off with ease. They do find another kill on him. I think they're fine with sacrificing their Prophet here. You're not feeding... Skeleton King's a pretty decent late game carry, but they have ways to kite him and control him, even if he is 6-slotted. There's still Grip, there's still RP, there's still Call Down, there's still Acid Spray. And BKBs don't last forever. So I don't think they mind too much giving away these deaths on Xiao 8. It's nice that Orange is getting them, but...
I'm surprised he actually died to that again, just because he had a treant over here. So I think he was aware that a Shadow Demon was there, and, I mean, fool me once, but fool me once, shame on... How's that thing go?
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah, so Xiao 8...
Fool me 3 times, I don't even know. Kill myself or something.
Windrunner gets destroyed on bottom. Xiao 8, knowing that he can't stay top anymore, deciding to go do something else around the map.
Yeah, and Xiao 8 will now push the bottom lane. And that's the nice thing about the offlane Prophet. If his lane isn't going well, if he can't lane anymore, he just leaves it. He can go push, he can go jungle. LGD China, they're going to take an early tier 1, sure, Orange Strike first, but this means more to LGD in my opinion. Their heroes need the far more, benefit from it more. And can they go for 2? I guess that's the big question now.
I'm not sure. Well, they do have the support Alchemist. I actually forgot that they had run that. DD is on the support Alchemist with level 2 Acid Spray, level 2 Unstable Concoction. I assume he's probably going to go for a Medallion early. I think they have... They're like getting into a position where they can do a very early Roshan, even though they are not on Dire.
Skeleton King. Skeleton King.
Well,
DDC, he'll sleep net. Well, they go.
Look how aggressively LGD is playing. They're like diving behind the T2.
Oh, this is bad. Doesn't get the stun off, though. Still goes down. Self-stun from DD. And now, actually, Mushi coming in. Sylar will be brought down. They've really dove for this. They've overextended a bit. Where's that mag when you need him? He lumbers 4th, but he's too late to the party. Now they're going to lose DD. Mushi, another stun available. He toggles to in-treads. He'll find the distance. Now, no Grave Chill. Don't need it. Double kill for Mushi. Multi-kill and prizes for everyone.
5 hero rotation for them. They came out. They killed important heroes. They killed the Gyrocopter, but...
So I'm pretty sure here, the Alk stunned himself. Or, sorry, it was down here. Stunned himself, but also stunned the Shadow Demon. I was trying to figure out what was going on.
I think we had a discussion about that the other day. I actually forgot.
It happened earlier today. The Alk stunned himself and killed the enemy familiars because they were right next to him.
Wow. Talk about a good hero.
Yeah, what a hero. Even when you just clown and screw up, you still kill stuff. What doesn't this guy do? And he's support. What a support. What a support. We've seen some what a heroes lately. Mid lane, the DDC wants to make it go mid. There is an RP, there is a skewer, but that's a little bit too far to go.
Look how aggressively their wars are, too. They have one on the top room, one in the opponent's jungle, and one behind the T1 in middle, too. They really just want to go all out with this aggression.
It's funny, because LGD is the team that, I mean, they'll go for some mid-game aggression if Xiao 8's a hero like Beastmaster, maybe once Yao is RP and works towards a Blink Dagger. It is rare to see their supports moving a lot.
They see all 4 of the heroes over here. LGD is not going to get caught by a surprise.
Doesn't it seem to you like LGD watched a bunch of game film or something, a lot of replays of Orange, and they're very vulnerable to level 1, level 2 smoke ganks. Let's just punish them, because they've been doing it all series long.
Yeah, they have Orange's number for sure in this series.
And when these teams have played in the past, LGD's generally come out on top, but not this way. They came out on top just by turtling,
playing passive,
outfarming them. They were losing the laning stage against Orange, and now it seems like they're winning the laning stage. I say that Orange, yes, the score 4-3, but Gold is heading LGD's way. I still think they have the much stronger composition in the mid game and
their supports are just not doing anything. They were over here. They just run back and forth, don't really do anything, can't stack, can't find kills, and meanwhile LGD is just making very efficient use of their jungle, creep pulling with Sylar, jungling from Xiao 8, and jungling with Yao too.
If LGD is a coach, I can tell you he's not Andy Reid, because this guy actually knows what he's doing. If you're an Eagles football fan, if you're a football fan, you'll get the reference. But that's neither here nor there. Back to the game. Xiao 8, Ultimate Online. Working towards what I imagine will be a Midas for him.
Do you see Yao's gold? 1660 gold and Arcane Boots.
He's going to have a very fast blink. And then how do you push into this? You have to suicide your Skeleton King. Mushi's just got to soak up all the damage, and then you fight.
So I'm curious to see whether Nature's Prophet is going to go for a book again or not. Typically, we see Midas Shadow Blaze. Sometimes they go for mech. Sometimes they go for Book, and I think Book would be great here versus Mushi, because Mushi is the one hero that you really have to worry about on Orange. We saw KYXY already die early. He lost his bear. He's underfarmed, and if you shut down Mushi,
He's not going for a Soul Rain, which is sort of your de facto Skeleton King
Oh,
item.
smoke behind the T1.
Here comes the wraparound. Here comes a parade, but Yao's waiting in prime position. This could be bad. This could be bad. I'm not sure who it's bad for, but somebody's in a lot of trouble now.
LGD's awareness is just ridiculous.
Yep, they're going to find DD. He gets slept. A rather net. Look for the RP. Noah Shackle holds Yao in position. Still nails 2. Called on to fly. Gank over. Get the hell out, RNG Sports. Well, they'll try and chase.
Gank not over.
I don't think they can do this. Maybe they can. Yao's low. Shockwave's available. Maybe with the familiars. Mushi going down once. Yao, DD popped. Still in the run. The bear backing off. Now they try to go back on DDC. Ohio to fall. They're really staying. They're really forcing this aggression, and it looks like it might work out okay. 2 for 2, or was that 2 for 1? I think 2 for 1.
I think 2 for 1. Where was Xiao 8?
Xiao 8 was used his ult.
I think Alchemist died, and it was Alchemist and Bane for... Oh, Magnus almost